YouTubers? We are driving through Escanaba on our next little trip. I'm trying something a little different here. I got 2 cameras going, so maybe I'll put myself down in a little corner or in a spot or whatever it is I'm gonna do. But we are heading to another Menominee County Park. We made a 2-day reservation, just a real quick run over there to check out Clinky. I think that's the right way you say it. It's right on Lake Michigan, so it should be pretty cool. It is warm again today. Again now, my speedometer does not work. It didn't work when we went on our last trip, but it worked when we came back from our last trip. So I don't know. How fast am I going? That's a good question. I'm going 48 miles an hour. The voice is up ahead of me, so everything should be good. This lane ends, so I'm gonna head over. What's that idiot doing? Idiot's doing idiot stuff. All right. So yeah, idiot's doing idiot stuff. We'll keep driving, and for now, we'll see which audio might sound better. So stop recording. That's weird. They didn't go together, but that's it for now. 3, 2, 1. So what we did is, Clinky is, again, Menominee, there's not a lot to complain about. $25 a night. There's beautiful Lake Michigan over there, on the shores of Lake Michigan. We both got waterfront sites. I think there's a person in between us, but 25 bucks a night. But they do a $10 reservation fee, and we were able to reserve the sites together, but they still charged us each a $10. For each site was a $10 reservation fee. So instead of $25, basically you're saying $30 a night. If you stay longer, obviously that $10 is going to take up less. All right, that's a big ugly. Get out. Get out, whatever you are, and keep in the road. I didn't like what you were. So yeah, so again, affordable. We've driven by it. You can see a lot of it from the road. We're hoping that being in the front, it won't be too loud with traffic, but you never know. And I think we've driven through there a couple times. I'm 99% sure there's a shower house and all that good kind of stuff. So there's a lot of traffic. I should probably pay attention. That bug, whatever he is back. I don't know what he is. Could be a lightning. Is that a lightning? I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna drive and pay attention to the slow moving people in front of us. I can't tell you how slow without looking at my GPS. It's saying that we're doing 48 again? What's the chances? I don't think that's right. Maybe it's right. 49? Yeah, it's right. Feels like we're going slower than that in a 55. And the voice said, I think there's gonna be some construction we're gonna hit, so yay. All right, off we go. More later. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I guess they're going the speed limit, but we got some really slow people ahead of the voice that are getting on my nerves. But remember, I told you, these roads can be really dangerous because of people like this, because people get very impatient. And there was an accident with deaths involved just before we went on our last trip. So although I'm irritated, and I got a little irritated, I get antsy. I like to get going, you know what I mean? And when I'm not moving as quick as I want to, I get antsy. So I'm antsy to start with, but I'm gonna force myself not to get stupid and just relax. I'm going for camping, I'm going to relax. There's nothing to be upset about. Life is good. I do wonder which one of these microphones is sounding better from a distance. I got excited. I thought I found all the pieces parts for my other GoPro, my Action 3. I thought I found the pieces parts to do. Somebody stopped. GoPro, start recording. I thought I found all my pieces parts, but I did not. So no microphone. no wireless mic, no lapel mic. So I'm just using the built-ins. And maybe I'll switch back and forth between the two cameras to make it interesting. But Vinny was not excited. He was down in the basement in the man cave sleeping. Yeah, he was down there sleeping. So I woke him up and put him in the van, and that's not his favorite thing. But he's on my lap, and life is good. And we're gonna keep going this way, west or south or whatever you want to call it after the last time I explained it in the video. Sure feels like you're going west, but pretty much you're going due south. And that's enough of this stuff, so I'm gonna say stop recording. All right, so there is a long line of cars behind me, and as you might be able to see, there's 2 cars ahead of the Voice. The speed limit is 55. We are going 56. I am closer than I want to be. I'm trying not to get irritated because, you know, a van is not a huge RV, but it still don't stop like your car does, especially this old one with not the greatest brakes in the world. So the brakes are safe, I just don't have ABS. Anywho, it's a pretty day, and it's good. Oh, and it's good. Gosh darn it. I need a haircut, I think. It's coming down in my face. Here comes people passing us. This is where it gets dangerous. If you want it, get out there. Just don't get me dead. You know what I'm saying? I'll move to give you, because I can't pass. You're not gonna pass. I like it when people are being careful. This is Fuller Park. We stayed there a couple years ago, I think, and had a good time. It's a nice park. So then next will be Fox Park, which we're gonna stay eventually. We looked at it for this trip right now, but it was all booked up, so we'll go another time. And then Clinky Park, and then J.W. Wells there's like 4 parks. Fox and Clinky are Menominee counties, and then J.W. Wells or J.B. Wells or whatever initial Wells, that is a state park. Very nice state park. Very nice and affordable. Really good state park. All right, so again, this person is on everybody's last nerves, but patience, right, Vin? I'll be patient. Ooh, side by side. I really want all the toys now that I live in the U. I want a snowmobile. I want. You'll get nothing and like it. Spalding, get your foot off the boat. Anyways, that's it for now. Oh, here comes our construction. Oh yeah, there's a passing zone, which everybody gets excited about. We're finally getting to a passing zone, and that's where the construction is. Whew. All right. 1 lane road ahead. I wonder if we're gonna get to go or if we're gonna wait. We are gonna wait. Okay, I guess it's not terrible because the line is pretty long, which means they've been waiting a while. Maybe we won't have to wait forever. We'll see. Here come the cars finally though, so that's not the greatest sign. But we'll see. It is 3:33 according to my clock, which isn't accurate. Oh, it's nice and cool outside. And we'll see how long it takes. And he really doesn't like this, especially when the trucks go by. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Remember, when editing, I didn't do the GoPro on this one, so it's just the Action 3. Ooh, kadookie. Construction season, it's the Yoop. All right, so about 4 minutes we had to wait. And that's not terrible, but it just feels like a long time, you know? 4 minutes of just sitting in traffic just feels like forever, doesn't it? Maybe I gotta do better at learning how to calm down. Oh, we're gonna take a while to get moving. Just be patient, be patient. Everybody, I tell you guys to do it, so I'm working on it too. I just, I think part of me, that's the difficulty up here. It's not as bad as I expected, but I left New York as a kid, but I feel like a fast twitch person. You know what I mean? That I'm hyper, I'm quick, I want things to happen quick, and I have a hard time. I have a hard time with patience. I have a hard time with things going slow. Slow and deliberate people, you know what I mean, that do the smart thing and like think before they do stuff. It's tough for me. Gonna have a bump here. Okay. Luckily, the voice is not one of those people. She's relatively fast-pitched, fast twitch. I don't think there's many people as hyper as I am, but she's not super slow. I don't think this is going to be done in 2 days, but you never know when we're coming back. So we'll be patient. But, you know, we all complain about roads. Okay, I complain about roads a lot, but can't fix the roads without having construction, you know, slowing you down while they fix it. So just every little bit, every year, a little part of most every road has to get worked on. We are going really slow, guys. Vinny, you got a knot of fur I gotta get out of you. Alright, so this is construction zone. It's a ways, I think. I didn't track how many miles it is. It might be a mile or two, I don't know. But I will say, stop recording. No? Stop. 3, 2, 1. We're good. All right, we're at the end, it looks like, of the construction zone. These guys are putting down some more tar. So these guys are going to get our side of the road. I always think of my grandfather. They used to, he was born in like 1915, or I'm sorry, I don't remember. My gram had a few husbands, and I don't remember exactly his birth date, but this year my grandmother would be turning 100, and I think he was born in like 1921, maybe. Anyways, he told me one time when we were seeing road construction, they were putting tar down, and he was like, oh man, when I was a kid when they did that, that tar was the best tar ever. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, apparently, they used to, when they would put tar down on the roads in 1920, so I don't think it happened a lot, kids would go and grab handfuls of it and they would chew it like gum. Yeah, I made that same face you just did. And his answer was, no, not the crap you got today, the good real tar. So, there's that little bit. And my grandfather, my real grandfather, lived in upstate New York, and as a teenager, he used to shovel the railroad tracks, shovel snow on railroad tracks as a kid. And he told the story of how it would be so cold that your lungs could freeze, so they would have buckets of coal burning, and they would take a towel or a blanket, put it over their heads, and breathe in the warm air from coal fires to stop their lungs from freezing. Now, these two old men could have been lying to me and playing me for a fool, but I don't think they were. I think just back in the day, they just used to do a lot of stuff that we don't have to deal with today. So as bad as it is, and trust me, I think at times it's really bad, it was bad, different bad back in the day. So, as you can see, oh, the GoPro gave up the ghost. So I don't know why. So I'll try to figure that out. And I'll tell this other one to stop recording. So it's just me. The other thing is off. They're sitting about a foot from each other. And I'm glad I have the Action 4 because the GoPro already overheated. So about 20 minutes in the windshield and the GoPro's overheating. I think we're closing in on Fox Park, I think. And like I told you, it won't be a great big surprise, but within the next couple weeks, we're gonna try to go to this place right here, which used to be, again, this is Menominee County, used to be, I'm pretty sure it's Menominee County, was just dry camping, no power. Now it's all electric in through there. But as you can see, it's right by the road. Both parks are right by the road. Clinky, I think we're further. I think the road's a little bit further from the camping and we're on the water, so maybe it won't have any noise tonight, but that's Fox Park. That's one of the entrances. The exit or other entrance is at this end pretty soon. So I guess in a way it's good that we're not going here, that we don't have to drive over that hot tar. And that spot right there, which you probably didn't see, I think a couple years now, some people bought that, and I think they got power around to it, and I think there's 3 or 4 travel trailers they've parked there, so that's kind of cool. I've thought about doing that, if we could find just a little piece of land somewhere on a lake and just do that. Just run some power to it. If we got lucky, maybe a well. But you never know. Keep our eyes open. Going by expensive houses that are way too close to a road. There's a cell tower straight ahead. The UP has improved a lot of ways. There's still a lot of areas where you have no cell service, but listening to the voice, you know, a few years ago, there was no cell service. Now, all the major roads, you pretty much have cell service the whole way. And even some areas every now and then surprise you. We were, where were we? We were, can't remember the campground. It was east of here, right off of 2. And I think we drove 7 miles off of 2 to be on the waterfront. And I had a good enough cell signal that I was streaming. And maybe here we'll see if I can stream Hulu on my phone. I got Hulu Live, got rid of DirecTV. I've had DirecTV for years. And got Hulu Live. And so far I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty good. A lot cheaper. I gave DirecTV every chance to, you know, they do streaming now. They just could not come close to matching price. And of course, you know, 2 days after I cancel my DirecTV, they send me offers for a lower price. And the people on the phone even said, I know, it's dumb. You know, next week they'll offer you a lower price that I cannot offer you today. I'm like, all right, I'm fine with Hulu now. Sorry, DirecTV, I wanted to go back to you because you also went private again. You went away from AT&T, but money matters. All right, that's it for now while I try to cool the GoPro. All right, I was wrong when I said earlier, Clinky is after J.W. Wells State Park. So, yeah. So Clinky is the next campground. I misremembered. My apologies. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah, more people with just RV sites. Oh, that was a fawn. GoPro's working again. I think we're getting close. The only thing I don't like about this is after that construction, there is a butt ton of people behind us because there's a butt ton of people blocking us up front. And we're turning left, lakeside, that's where the campground is, and I'm just hoping nobody gets stupid. I don't want to get run over. And I don't remember exactly where it is, so I want to give as much preparation so I don't get run over. Vinny, I know it's warm. We'll get the air on soon. It's not terrible, but we'll turn the air on anyways. Probably on the lake we won't need it, but we'll do it. Make my diabetic, one-eared goofball cat as comfortable as possible. You're a very tolerant cat. Now we're waiting for people to see, people to get impatient and go, all right, I gotta pass people. So far, everybody's doing, I've only been passed once since that construction. So far, everybody's doing pretty good. Keep your eyes peeled for people wanting to pass. Which is dangerous, you know, if you have to turn left and somebody's coming out and passing. Just be careful out there. That's enough of my driving advice. I'm not always perfect, but I try to be safe now. I didn't used to be. Here we go. We made it to Clinky. Nobody got run over. I think we have sites 14 and 15. I won't count. This is pretty. Yeah, there's a bathhouse there. I think we drove through here this last winter and stopped. $14 and $16, I think, are our sites.
So, on your left is the shoreline of beautiful Lake Michigan. This is an excellent spot to put a campground, except on the right side, you're right off of busy M35.
Okay. It is literally right on the lake. All right, they got firewood, but we have leftover firewood from last time. Oh, that's pretty bouncy. That's pretty bad. They could fix that. Yeah, not going to be a hard campground tour. It's just a straight line. This is 31. Maybe just get an old Mini. You know? Oh, Winnebago Mini. Why not?
If a super busy highway wasn't 50 yards away, this might be a perfect spot.
Some people nod back, some people do not. I nodded. Did not get a nod back. $22. I think she said 14 and 16, so we'll see.
Like, seriously, this is pretty, right? These campsites have a decent amount of distance between them. It all boils down to that big loud road.
Huh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where 14 and 16 are. They just, like, those two site numbers disappeared. We thought we were lakefront, but we are not. 16 and 14. I'm gonna stop here. All right, so there was a bit of a mix-up. We are not lakefront. We're a row back, closer to the road than we want to be, but we're staying 2 nights. We'll have fun. We can get to the lake. Life's not ruined. But disappointed. The voice is disappointed, but we're all good. So I'm gonna get everything hooked up. Already gave the cat some food, and we'll get to doing some camping stuff. Yeah, we're gonna hear road noise all night. Oh well, it is what it is.
Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a great and wonderful day.